At the Louisiana Ecological Forestry Center, we're working to restore native habitat that supports pollinators like bees, butterflies, and many other beneficial insects. This project focused on establishing 13 pollinator habitat sites across the property, totaling approximately 10 acres. Creating successful pollinator habitat takes careful planning and preparation, long before seed ever touches the ground. Site preparation for these habitats began in June of 2025 and continued through February of 2026. Over several months, each site was carefully prepared to reduce competing vegetation and create the right conditions for native plants to establish. The sites were first treated with herbicide to suppress existing grasses and invasive vegetation. Once the vegetation died back, we used prescribed fire to remove accumulated plant material and expose the soil surface. After burning, the areas were lightly disked to break up the soil and prepare a seedbed. Some sites required additional herbicide treatments and a second burn, followed by a final disking to ensure the seedbed was ready for planting. This preparation process is critical. Without it, native pollinator plants often struggle to compete with aggressive grasses and weeds. This project was funded through a grant from the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation to support habitat restoration and conservation efforts. To help ensure these pollinator habitats were established successfully, the Leaf Center worked with several partners. Rodney McKay coordinated with Quail Forever to select the appropriate seed mixes for each site, and Quail Forever also provided guidance on planting techniques. Volunteers from Quail Forever and the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries joined us on planting day to help distribute seed across the sites. Partnerships like these play an important role in making habitat restoration projects possible. To establish these habitats, we used native pollinator seed mixes developed by Quail Forever for the Louisiana Piney Hills region. These mixes contain more than 50 native plant species, creating a diverse habitat designed to support pollinators throughout the growing season. The mix includes a variety of native wildflowers and grasses such as coneflowers, milkweed, goldenrods, bee balm, blazing star, and mountain mint. These plants were selected to provide continuous blooms from spring through fall, ensuring pollinators have nectar, pollen, and cover throughout the growing season. Using regionally appropriate native plants is essential for successful habitat restoration and long-term pollinator support. Planting took place on February 13, 2026. Before seeding, most sites were dragged to level the soil and improve seed-to-soil contact. The seed mixes were then spread by hand or with a UTV spreader, depending on the size and terrain of the site. This method helped distribute the seed evenly across the habitat areas. Fortunately, rain arrived the following day, helping settle the seed into the soil and begin the germination process. That timing provided excellent conditions for the planting to get started. In early June, approximately 4 months after planting, Leaf Center staff conducted vegetation surveys across all 13 pollinator habitat sites to evaluate establishment success. During these surveys, we identified 15 different plant species that were included in the original seed mixes. Species observed included partridge pea, plains coreopsis, black-eyed Susan, common evening primrose, prairie blazing star, tick-seed sunflower, butterfly milkweed, mountain mint, yarrow, and several others. These species were found across both the showy and piney pollinator plantings, demonstrating that the native seed mix is establishing throughout the project area. Finding 15 seeded species within the first growing season is an encouraging sign that these habitats are developing as intended. As the sites continue to mature over the coming years, additional species from the seed mix are expected to emerge and increase in abundance. As these habitats become established, they will provide important food, shelter, and breeding resources for pollinators, which play a critical role in maintaining healthy ecosystems and supporting agriculture. Projects like this are an important step toward restoring native landscapes, increasing biodiversity, and improving wildlife habitat across Louisiana. Thank you for supporting our mission.